Welcome to your Yoga Foundations practice. My name's Ari, just in case we've never met before. Nice to have you see me. Now, in this lesson, we are going to fine-tune Warrior 3. So really working Warrior 3 in a way that you might not have understood it before. Now, Warrior 3 is quite a challenging posture. So as beginners, you're going to need to learn it at some stage properly as best you can. And I'm going to give you the tools for that to happen, okay? This practice, you will need 2 blocks, particularly if your hamstrings are tight, okay? So have those blocks handy. When you're ready, you're going to come into a seated position like I am on your heels. If you want to sit on one of your blocks, do that. Sit up nice and tall, and let's get started. Close your eyes. Tune into your breath. Breathing in and out of the nose. Arriving in the space where you are. And connecting in. Remembering that the practice of yoga and meditation are not different. You're basically doing a moving meditation. So as you bring your hands together in front of your heart, you can connect with that center, with that presence and focus. If you'd like to set a dedication for your practice, you could do that now. And then once you've done that, gently open your eyes and release your hands. Have fun, everyone. Come into tabletop. Hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Wrap the triceps back, biceps forwards. Now tuck under your right toes. Extend your right leg straight with the heel reaching away from the head. Can you feel that calf stretch there? Now you're going to lift your right foot off the floor. Now just look down under your body and see that your little toe of your right foot's pointed down. In that way, your outer right hip is wrapping down. This is a great place to learn Warrior 3. Ground into your right hand and really switch on your right leg. Bring your left hand, the back of your left hand, against your lower back. And feel that your lower back is flat like a table. Now take your left palm to your belly. Draw it in towards your spine. So the core is helping stabilize you. Now extend your left arm forwards with your palm facing in. Take an inhale, get long. Exhale, bring left elbow to right knee, switch on your core. Inhale, lengthen and extend. It's kind of like a half Warrior 3. Exhale, bring elbow towards knee, switch on the core. Again, inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Just return your hand and knee to the floor. Let's set this up for the other side. Tuck under your left toes, extend your left leg straight back, heel away from the head. You've got a calf stretch happening. Now pick up your left foot off the floor, keep the foot flexed, look down under your body, check that your little toes pointed down, wrapping the outer left hip down level with the right. Think of your inner left thigh being nice and bright towards the ceiling. Shift the weight into your left hand, take the back of your right hand into your lower back. I want you to feel that your lower back is flat like a table. That's important to understand for the Warrior 3. Now take the right hand to the belly, ribcage area, a reminder to lift up into the spine. Keep all that as you extend your right arm forwards, the palm facing in. Take an inhale, get a long line of energy, and then exhale, bring right elbow to left knee, switch on the core. Inhale, lengthen and extend. And then exhale, elbow to knee, core on. Inhale, lengthen and extend again. And then exhale, elbow to knee. Just return your hand and knee to the floor. Tuck under your toes, lift the chest, inhale. Downward dog, lift your knees, straighten your legs, exhale. It's your first downward dog. Make movements or adjustments if you need to make them. Pedaling out the legs, just easing into it. All the while, the knuckles grounded, fingers gripping, arms strong. Drive your heels down as best you can, but don't worry if they never touch the floor. Now shift forwards into a plank. Let's find a straight line plank. Drive both heels back away from your head. Keep the arms strong if you can, just for a breath. Now slowly shift forwards, lower all the way down to the floor. When you get to the floor, untuck your toes, cobra pose. Let's just warm into the spine, hug the arms in. Inhale, peel up your head and chest. Exhale down. Inhale, peel up the head and chest. Keep driving the legs back. Exhale down. One more. And then exhale down. Tuck under the toes. Keep the knees down. Let's find some strength. Switch on the core with an inhale. Tabletop. Straighten your arms. Exhale. Straighten your legs. Inhale, plank. Downward dog, exhale back. Now slowly walk your feet up towards your hands. Keep your legs as straight as you can, as long as you can. You'll come onto your fingertips when you're ready. Then you might get your blocks as your feet come together and place them either side of your feet. Make the blocks as high as you want. Halfway lift, lengthen. We're going to hold this. Shoulders back, sternum crown forwards. Lift your kneecaps. Draw the belly into the spine. When you exhale, all you need to do is bend your arms and take it into a fold. Can you feel the stretch down the back of your legs? Halfway lift now with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift again. Inhale. And then exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Move the blocks to the sides of the mat. Exhale, hands on hips. Press into the feet. Inhale, lift up, lift the pelvis. Exhale, arms by the sides, stand tall. Tadasana, mountain. Inhale, lift your arms up, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive and fold. Take the hands to the floor. Halfway lift. Hands can be on shins if you like. Inhale. Hands to the floor, step back to plank. Inhale, shift forwards, lower the knees for this one. Bend your arms, hover off the floor, chaturanga with the knees down. Untuck the toes, lower the hips, cobra or higher cobra. Tuck under the toes, downward dog, exhale. So we're using a bit of a salutation to warm up a little bit before we get right to our warrior three. Press into the hands, drive the hips and thighs back. Heels heavy, breath calm. And slowly walk your feet up towards your hands. Fingertips on the floor or hands on shins or blocks. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, now reach the arms all the way up. Look up as the palms press. Hands come to your heart. They can circle there or come down the center. You choose. Take another breath in. Arms by the sides, exhale. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, dive and take the hands down. Halfway lift and lengthen on your inhale. Hands to the floor, step back to plank as you exhale. Inhale, shift forwards, lower the knees if you like. It's up to you now. Bend your arms, chaturanga, and hover off the floor. Untuck the toes, cobra or upward dog. Inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Now try to let your left heel be heavy. Slowly with an inhale, lift your right leg up. Now remember the little toe is pointed down, so I want you to wrap that little toe down, your outer right hip down. Now think of moving your left hip back away from your left hand, your right heel up and back away from your right hand. Feel the stretch down your left leg. And then exhale, right foot down. Let's go straight to the other side. Right heel heavy, left leg up. Wrap the little toe down on the left foot. Move your right hip back away from your right hand, your left heel away from your left hand. Three-legged dog. And then exhale, place your left foot down. Slowly walk your feet up towards your hands. Fingertips in the floor, hands on shins. If you have blocks now, put them on the high setting, shoulder distance apart. Find your halfway lift and lengthen. Fold, bend your arms, exhale. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Ground into your right foot as you exhale. Interlace your fingers around your left shin. Stand tall. So warrior three is a balancing pose. So learn to ground into the right foot. Try not to wobble. Glide the shoulders down, lift up tall. Take an inhale. Exhale, release your left foot down. Let's come to the other side. Ground into the left foot. Inhale the arms up first. Exhale, interlace fingers around right shin, hug it in. Lift it taller, slide the shoulders down. Steady on the left foot, focused and balanced. You're going to need the balancing aspect for our warrior three. Next exhale, gently release your right foot down. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, take your hands down onto the blocks, which are at their high setting, just under your shoulders. Now straighten the arms, ground into the right foot, just lift your left leg up. Now remember at the beginning how I said wrap the little toe down. If you need to look down under your body, you can see that happen. Left hip level with right hip. Now crown of the head extends forwards. Just shift the weight onto the left hand on the block. Take the back of the right hand into the lower back. Remember we did this on our knees at the beginning. Feel the left hip level with the right. Take the right hand to the belly. Remind it to lift up into the spine. Return your hand on the block. Slide your shoulders towards your back heel. Crown of the head forwards. Can you feel the stretch down the back of your right leg? I definitely can. Bend your right leg. Float your left toes to the back of the mat. Feet hip distance. Get one of those blocks, place it long ways, horizontal between your hands. Bring it into your chest as you lift the heart up. Shoulders down, squeeze the block. Now inhale, take the block up above your head. Crescent warrior with the block. Breathe. Now take the block down to the floor where it was before, and then step your left foot forwards. Find a halfway lift and lengthen, and then fold, exhale. Halfway lift again, inhale. Now you're going to lift the right foot. Wrap the little toe down on the right foot. Move the left hip back towards the right foot. Ground into the right hand on the block. Take your left hand to your lower back. Feel that the right hip is level with the left. Remember those actions. Take your left hand to your belly. Remind it to zip up into the spine. Get long. Return your hand on the block. Can you feel the stretch down the back of your left leg? Now bend your left leg. Float the right toes at the back of the mat. Feet hip distance. Get your block in your hand. Bring it into your heart. Squeeze the block. Crescent warrior with a block. You're going to lift the block up. Breathe. So find this quality of inner strength that you'll need for the warrior three. Next exhale, take the block down like it was on the high setting, both hands on the blocks. Step the right foot forwards next to the left. Halfway lift and lengthen. Fold, exhale. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Lengthen everything out. Hands come to your heart as you exhale. Take another breath in. And then exhale, arms by the sides. Going a little further, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, take the hands onto the blocks and fold. Halfway lift, straighten the arms, lengthen the spine. Ground into your right foot, lift your left foot up. Find this kind of mini warrior three. Try to make sure the blocks are below your shoulders. So I need to move mine forwards a tiny bit. Wrap the little toe down on the left foot. Hug the right hip back. Now this time, take your right thumb, press it into your right outer hip crease and move your right hip back. So now we're finding this action. Belly in, ribs in. Keep pressing your right hip back. Now bend your right leg, float your left toes down. Then inhale your arms up, crescent warrior, this time without a block. Now, we're going to keep the hands up for now. I want you to put your attention in your right foot. Remember, warrior three is a balancing pose, so we're going to work one more balance. The transition is to shift your weight forwards in your right foot and hug your left knee into your chest. Take a breath in, and then exhale, left foot down, release your hands. We'll do this with the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down onto the blocks. Halfway lift, straighten the arms, ground into the left foot, long spine. Lift your right foot up, the heels in line with the hips, somewhere around there. Wrap the little toe down on the right foot. Take your left thumb, hook it in your outer left hip crease, press your left hip back to your right heel. Remind the belly in, shoulders back, crown forwards. You're practically in warrior three, almost. Bend your left leg, float the right toes back, keep lifted in the back heel, then inhale the arms up. Crescent warrior. Now remember the transition, you've got to ground into that left foot. You're going to hug your right knee into the chest as you shift forwards. Interlace the fingers. Pull it in, and then lower your foot down. Okay, we're going to build up to warrior three a little bit more. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, take the hands onto the blocks. Find a halfway lift, stay there. Ground into your right foot, your arms are straight. Lift your left heel up, heel in line with the hip. Now we know belly, ribs in, we know outer right hips moving back. This time, come onto your fingertips on the block. Imagine you're pressing your left heel into a wall. Now, if you feel good, bring one hand in a half a prayer at your heart. If you're still feeling good, bring your other hand in a prayer at your heart. You're almost in warrior three. Move the right hip back, crown forwards, belly in, balance. Now, take your hands back onto the blocks. Lower your left foot next to your right. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway lift again. This time you're going to lift your right leg up, heel in line with the hip. Wrap the little toe down. Remember, left hip back, crown forwards. Come onto the fingertips on the block. Now maybe one hand to half a prayer at the heart. Balance. Maybe the other hand in prayer at the heart. Breathe. Return your hands on the blocks. Lower your right foot next to your left. Halfway lift, inhale. And then fold, exhale. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Gaze up, palms press, look up. And then hands into your heart as you exhale. Take another breath in. And then arms by your sides, Tadasana. Okay, we're ready for almost the full variation of warrior three now. You can feel how intense it is on your hamstrings, right? And the concentration, focus of working your balance and remembering all those subtle details. So now what we're going to do is a version with the block, okay? So we'll go into it via a little bit of a flow like we did before. So you've got your blocks there for now, feet together. When you're ready, inhale, lift your arms up, palms press, and then exhale, dive and fold. You can take your hands on the blocks. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Lift your left heel up, stay there, keep breathing. Find this L shape. Find that the little toes wrapping down, the right hip back, belly, rib cage in. Come onto the fingertips on the blocks just for a moment. Now bend your right leg, float your left toes back. Get the block in your hands again for the crescent warrior. So often in the yoga practice, we'll transition from the crescent warrior to warrior three. So let's attempt that. But first, bend your arms, bring the block in front of your chest. It's easier to do it from here. Now put your attention in that right foot. Take an inhale, shift the weight forwards, float your left leg up, your heel in line with your hip, your little toe down, have your chest, your torso parallel to the floor. If it feels too much, just put your hands on the blocks, lowering the right block down. Otherwise, keep the block at the heart. Now, if you're feeling particularly strong today, can you extend the block forwards away from your left heel? Now we're really getting there. A little bend in the right leg is okay. Breathe. Return the block down, lower your left foot down. There we go. Halfway lift, lengthen, and fold. Halfway lift again, inhale. Lift your right leg up, keep breathing, heel in line with the hip, little toe down. Maybe come onto the fingertips. Extend. Then bend the left leg, float the right toes back, feet about hip distance apart. Get a block. Come to the crescent warrior with a block. Nearly there, this is the last side. Bend your arms, bring the block in front of your chest. Get ready for it. Take an inhale, shift the weight forwards as you exhale, float your right leg up. Little toe down on the right foot, drive the leg back, crown forwards. Either put the block down and balance on your hands on the blocks, or extend the block forwards away from your right heel. Warrior three. Breathe. Put the block down, both hands on the block, lower the right foot next to the left. Halfway lift and lengthen, and then fold. Separate your feet, squat down, lift your heels. Take your hands behind you, come on to the floor. You can have a block close by. Warrior three is no joke, okay? It's not really a beginner pose, but you've got to learn it at some stage. You may as well do it through the stages like that. So I recommend doing it a few times, and I recommend doing the previous videos on the hamstring and lengthening, on the balancing poses that I've already done in order to build you to this, okay? Come down onto your back. So after all that hamstring lengthening, let's do bridge pose. And actually, we're going to do supported bridge today. So sneakily get one of those blocks, press into your feet, lift your hips up, and put the block either middle setting or high setting, so you choose. Place it under your sacrum, so the weight of your body can rest down on the block comfortably. If it doesn't feel comfortable, make the block lower. Place the arms into the floor by your sides. Palms can face down or up. Breathe. Feeling the heat we cultivated through the practice. Feeling that fire in the legs, the fire of the core. The work with the warrior three. Now you're going to press into your feet, lift your hips and move the block out of the way. Slowly roll your spine down vertebrae by vertebrae. Either take the feet wide, bring the knees together, then bring the right hand on the belly, left hand on the heart. Or if you prefer, take the knees wide and bring the feet together. Either one, whichever works for you and doesn't stress out your back. Grounded, settled after our journey through the warrior three. Use your hands to gather your legs back together. Let's curl into a ball, lift the chest into the thighs into the chest. and slowly relax down. Keep the legs off the floor if you can. Flex your feet, take your arms out. Take an inhale, exhale, drop both knees to the right. So the legs can stay stacked, or if it's too much, just unstack them. You could also place a block or a cushion under your right leg. Just breathe space into the side body now. After all the hard work you did with Warrior 3, just make sure it's nice and calming now and restorative. Then you'll slowly bring your legs back to center. Stay for a breath. And then as you exhale, take your knees over to the left. Mirror what you just did, so stacked or staggered in the legs. I just want you to take restorative breaths into this right side now. Calming right down after all the hard work of the Warrior 3. Slowly bring your legs to center. Hug it in one more time. Give a little squeeze, curl into a ball. Relax your head. You can rock your spine in the floor a little bit. Any brief movements before Shavasana, now's the time. And when you feel ready, you just extend your heels away from your head. If you want to set up the Shavasana, bring the feet together, flex the feet, look forwards, reach forwards to the feet, lifting the shoulder blades up. You'll take an inhale, and then when you exhale, you can relax. So let all of that hard work just soak into the body now. Feeling for the strength in the legs you just cultivated, the lengthening also down the back of your legs, the work of the core, the work of the balance and the focus on our journey to Warrior 3 pose, Virabhadrasana C. Let everything relax now. Every exhalation, your weight just surrenders into the mat. Allowing the body to rest. So all the information can be integrated into your body. So just let it soak in. Shavasana, this pose here, corpse pose, it really is the most important part of the practice, because it's important that that information be integrated or downloaded to the body. You never want to jolt yourself back into reality. You want to soften and relax and smoothly transition. But you carry with you all the lessons that you learned from the practice. Starting to deepen your breath, letting it go. Again, deep breath. Exhaling. Last breath here. And exhale. Bring movement back. Toes, fingers, ankles, wrists. Take a big stretch when you're ready. And then you'll roll to your side and just use your arm like a pillow. Resting and relaxed, calm. Remember, the practice is about calming the mind. Getting stronger and more flexible is just an added bonus. Slowly make your way up to your seated position. So your comfortable seat, whatever feels good for you. Sit on a cushion or a block if you like. Once you've found your seat, you're sitting lovely and tall. Bring your hands in front of your heart, coming back to center, coming back to focus and presence. Feeling again what you cultivated on your journey to Warrior 3, all that work that you did. Sit tall and knowing that you did your best and that you're getting stronger with every breath, with every practice. And then bow to your heart in honor of your effort. Namaste. Okay, that was a strong one, so thank you so much for tuning in. My name's Ari. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'll see you in your next Foundations class.